Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sailing fans of all ages.
Take 3.
Yeah, this is the third time I've started this video because the first time I got a phone call, which now I have my phone completely muted. The second time I was talking and dolphins jumped out of the water 100 yards from me and it just sent me right into like full wow mode. It was pretty awesome. So the reason I haven't been on here lately is because we've been dealing with some issues. It's been a rough run, but there's good things coming. Okay, so when I decided to go on this adventure, I went to my tax lady first and I said, "Can you tell me how much money I can spend and not get completely crushed by the feds?" And she's like, "Yeah, I can do that." So she said, if everything goes according to the way they've done it the last few years, you can spend up to $50,000 with, if you go over 50, you're going to get into another tax bracket and you're going to hate yourself. Okay, cool. So I spent 45. Bought the boat, bought all the stuff I needed to get the boat where we are right now. Problem is, when we had my taxes done, she called me last Friday, said the feds want a little over 7,000 and the state wants a little over 1,000. I was just like flabbergasted. And, like you do, I had a few drinks and got a little sad. And me and Sissy discussed it and we decided, well, I guess the only thing left for us to do is sell the boat, go back home, and go back to work. Like I've always done in my life, just work my ass off to work through it. But then I thought, I will never have the opportunity to do this again. So after Sissy crunching some numbers and coming up with a plan, we have decided that we will just shorten. We won't be out for 5 years. We'll be out for maybe 1, maybe 2. But we're gonna get sailing. We're gonna get moving, and we're gonna spend some time on the water. And not like we haven't been on the water the whole time. We were at a dock for 6 months. And we've been, for 2 straight weeks, we've been at anchor. But we've done very little sailing. We've done a little bit of motoring. But there's a few things that we absolutely have to replace. And so this is where my video today has a real special meaning and has some things. I need you guys to give me your input. I need you to make some comments on this video and tell me yes or no on what I'm about to ask you. So I have to replace the alternator. I have to replace the charger inverter. I have to replace the batteries. I have to rebuild the carburetor on the dinghy motor, which is right over there. Do you want to see me do these things? I will tell you I'm not a mechanic, but I've gotten a lot of mechanic stuff done and I got friends. I'm not afraid to phone a friend. But if you guys want, I'll do a video for each one of those and get them out to you so that you guys can watch them. Yeah, I know boat repair videos are real popular out there, but I really don't care what's popular. I want to know what my audience, that you guys, want to see. Because without you guys watching it, it's a waste of time, So I have ordered a new Renogy brand inverter charger because my solar panels are Renogy. My solar controller, of course, is Renogy. Okay, so that'll be here early next week, maybe this weekend. But I won't have it until next week. That I think is going to be pretty plug and play, but you never know. The wiring on this boat is really something. So I got to put that in. The new alternator, that's the one I'm probably the most scared of, because the alternator we have right now just doesn't work at all. And I don't know if it's because it's wired improperly or if it's because it just doesn't work. So I'm going to take it off. I'm probably going to end up bringing it into a shop, maybe down in Marathon, and have them test it and and maybe rebuild it and have it as a spare. It's good to have spares. It's really good to have spares. So just so a side note on the alternator, I called the company that built this boat, Catalina. I called Westerbeek, who made the motor. Those guys couldn't help me on what alternator this thing takes, right? So I took pictures of it and I sent it to DB Electronics in Tennessee. A guy named Dave there. Dave, if you're watching, you're a rock star, okay? He got the pictures. He looked them all over. He messaged me back, hey Jim, alternator for this is actually a tractor alternator from Ford tractors, and it's replacement value, it's $118. I'm like, oh yeah. And he said it should just, you unplug the one you have, plug the new one in exactly the same way, and we should be functional. So that being said, alternator's on its way. The big announcement, and this is going to make some of my friends unhappy because they don't believe in this technology yet, but I bought two 200 amp lithium ion phosphate batteries, LifePo 4 batteries. So I'm actually going down a little bit in amp hours. I'm going from 560 down to 460, but with lithium ion phosphate you can use almost 100% of the battery. You can drain it right down to about 5% before you charge it back up. The problem with my batteries at now, these lead acids are so delicate as far as maintenance on them and things like that. You got to make sure that you put water in. Now, I opened my caps a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was still on the dock, so 2+ weeks ago, and I noticed my water levels were down a little bit. I went to the store to get some distilled water. They don't have any distilled water because there's a shortage in Florida right now. So I'm reading, and Publix has purified water. They say this is just as good as distilled water. I took it home, I put it in. Ever since then, my batteries have just been going zzz. So, and if you guys like those sound effects, make sure you let me know that in the comments too, because I can do those all day long. Ask my grandson, he'll tell you. Oh, by the way, Raylan, if you're watching this, love you, buddy. So I need you guys, again, to comment on if you want to see videos of me. These could be comic. They could be very funny. Or they could be super tragic. You know, like I said, it's not my thing. I'm more of a talker on that kind of stuff. But I will, I'm going to do it because you know why? Nobody else is going to do it for me. So I'm going to do it. So we'll get that alternator put in, and we'll get the charger inverter put in. We'll get the batteries installed, and I'm going to rebuild the carburetor on that little 95 Mercury because I think I'm not pumping fuel right now. I think it's got a problem there. I also have to get a spark plug, which the guy who's going to deliver my batteries and such out to me, I'm going to ask him if he'll run to a parts house and get me a spark plug, give me 4 spark plugs for it, so I have extras. That's it. And Captain Jack lives, man. We're gonna continue. We're gonna go on making videos. We're gonna go on seeing the beautiful places in the world. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's quite nice here. It's probably 75 degrees. There's a nice light breeze blowing, so it's not hot. Sunny, bright. I had to put my shades on because I can't really see anything with all the reflection of the sun off the ripples of the waves. But I want you to know that your opinion matters to me. You guys are my audience. Without you, I don't have much on YouTube. There's no sense being here. So like it, share, subscribe. I hear more dolphins jumping out of the water, which is like, ooh, shiny. If there's anything you guys want me to tackle on here, let me know. You know, Cedric, you've been really good with helping me with my projects, and you know, that tip you gave me on the wire for the needle is a great tip. And yeah, there's another dolphin right there. Okay, shiny. I'm getting distracted here. But anywho, I just want you guys to know that I plan on putting out a lot more videos. I plan on putting out a lot more content that is sailing related. You know, right out here off of Punta Gorda, you know, yesterday, I saw manta rays go swimming past, a whole bunch of them. It's like little triangles under the water swimming along. And then we got dolphins jumping out of the water over here. We've got, you know, spiders. We've got crabs. I just saw a little tiny bitty fish jump out of the water right behind me here. Yeah, no, it's super cool. Anybody that's up north freezing, getting more snow, man, I'm sorry for you. But Captain Jack lives. You guys have a great day. Captain Jack out.